jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
in the building. Big blunts and boxing on deck. Let's chop it up, OG. Salute to you. Y'all smash the like button. It's going down at 7:30 p.m. Yes, sir. Big shout to blunts on deck. Tamar Warren. What's good with it, brother? In the building. Peace and blessings, love. Salute WCS certified. Stamp the like button. Yes, indeed, man. Big shout out to the supporters. Those of you that's tuned in, about to tune in, thinking about tuning in, you can hit the like button. If you're here, you like what you're here, it interests you, sub. You need to get the subs up, real talk. You know what I'm saying? Continue to get the subs up. I appreciate you. Christopher White on deck, man. Salute WCS. Salute to you, brother. Stickin' boys. Fishing and sports in the building. Salute WCS. Salute to the realest chat on the YTC. Man, no doubt about it, man. I told them a long time ago, right? I said, I'll take quality over quantity any day. I'll take quality over quantity any day. You know what I'm saying? I rock out with the ones who I know. You know what I'm saying? Who've been there, who've been on the road. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. They busy worrying about freaking 300, 400, 500. Shout out to my guy, Mr. Gumbo, Mr. Hot Grease, a.k.a. Mr. Sucker Free on deck. Salute WCS, my big brother. Let's go. He's in the building. Salute to your brother and everybody that's here. Man, it's been a lot that's been going on about, the fight, of course. And I know I've been covering both fighters, you know what I'm saying, Terence Crawford, Errol Spence Jr. I've been listening to different live streams, different news media, been reading different news articles and everything like that. And, it never ceases to amaze me, the information that's being disseminated out here to the general public. It's extremely concerning, to be honest with you. But, I decided to switch it up and do a live stream that deals, about the basic, Q&A of the one and only Terence Bud Crawford, who's 39-0. You know what I'm saying? Find out of Omaha, Nebraska. Okay. A little bit about this. Terence was born September 28, 1987. You know what I'm saying? His first championship, he was 22-0, y'all. He was only 26 years old. He was 22-0. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated. He went in and won his first world championship, 26, defeating Ricky Burns. You know what I'm saying? In the UK. And he did it within 6 years from his debut. That's impressive. 6 years from his debut. If you remember, he debuted March 14, 2008. So his debut into boxing, which was an undefeated fighter, you know what I'm saying, 2-0. And he debuted back in March 2008. Now, the good thing about it is he's remained undefeated since stepping to him fighting Brian Cummings first. You know what I'm saying? The first fighter back in March 14, 2008. You know what I'm saying? In Denver, Colorado. and he got him up out of it in the first round. So when the fighters begin their career, of course, it's a building process, and everybody who stays close to the sport understands that. They understand that. You know what I'm saying? So let's keep it moving. So with this said, Terence Crawford has continued to do what he's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? He has continued to remain undefeated, though there's several hundreds. I don't know hundreds of thousands, but hundreds have came and started to speak on, Terence Crawford career as a whole. So we're gonna do a short little run through, and I'm gonna give you just a snippet of the presentation. But first, I want to give a big shout out to those who are in the building, who tune into the channel. Much respect to y'all, man. I appreciate you taking your time out today to support. And also, if you feel the need to donate, you do that. It's much appreciated. But hit the like button first and foremost. As you're looking into the thumbnail, this thumbnail right here is that of Terence Crawford. It's a new updated picture. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Blunts. Appreciate you for dropping that in the inbox, man. I'm looking at this pic, right? And it's various things that run through my mind on not to scorch these aerosexuals. Because I remember when they was just happy to see this nigga with his shirt off. I'm talking about Errol Spence. But when I seen Crawford, when I seen him at the first presser, and they was talking about how big Spence was and everything, and I really had a conversation, with self. I say these people don't understand what it's like to take care of yourself and know what the target is. The targeted goal is 147 pounds. The targeted goal isn't to be all bulked up and everything, just so you can look a certain way in front of people. And when I start hearing these individuals that does live streams all the time, they consider themselves to be Errol Spence fans, pro Errol Spence fans, and they was talking about how big he was and all of that. And I was like, why would they even think that way? Why would they even think that in a combat sport? You know what I'm saying? Don't you know that size, when it comes to combat sports, it differs for many people. And looking at this picture right here, somebody over there in that Crawford's camp is doing a hell of a job. Somebody's over there is doing a hell of a motherfucking job. Crawford is super shredded, dog. Look at that shit. Dude is ready to go, shawty. Dude is ready to go. Look, just this picture alone is better than any Errol Spence picture that's came out as of late. It's not the fact that he's super shredded. It's that he's looking up with confidence, knowing that this is what he do. This is what this man does, bro. Like, this man, shoulders, arms, chest, abs, everything look ready to be on target. To be on target for the 147-pound limit. Everything looks on target, and we still have a little over 2 weeks left. We had into this weekend, and then we will have 2 weeks left. You know what I'm saying? A little less than 2 weeks before we hit the actual Saturday for this fight to happen. But salute to Team Crawford. This coming from a person who, my mindset was the same way coming up in the military. Nobody will tell you that they ever saw me overweight. You know what I'm saying? My mindset is, I could go to the club and not have a drink when I was getting in shape for a reason, or whatever the case may be. But it's cool to know that he's taking it serious. It's good to know that at the age of 35 now, this is an important topic right here. at the age of 35, he still has the mindset to stay focused in between fights, eat right, so he can post a pic like this 2 weeks out from a fight now. 2 weeks out from a fight, and you got abs like that. Isn't that, you remember when Spence put up a picture like that when he was at the weigh-in and he had like an 8-pack and people was like oohing and ahhing? Oh God, man, he's shredded. Well, like I said before, I just don't say stuff just to be saying it. I put it out there. I said things wasn't going to be the same with him leaving Texas. It wasn't going to be the same. He has to do it a different way. Why isn't he shredded like Terence right now? When he was set to face Ugas this time, man, he was already shredded. That's facts. He was already shredded. He was already down, depleted. You know what I'm saying? He was down with the targeted weight. They was just working on boxing shit. But not this camp. You know what I'm saying? You've been seeing a lot of pictures with him just doing other things other than boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go through this, and then I'm going to wake up the aerosexuals again with some facts. I'm gonna wake y'all up with some facts once again, because I'm trying to hold just a little ounce of respect for y'all to say, okay, y'all know about boxing. The way y'all talk amongst each other is definitely the blind leaving the stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of what y'all be saying in these chats, you're not giving credit to Spence. Like, you're not intelligently thinking about what you're saying. You're not logically placing yourself in a just in a moment to process the information that you're thinking about. It's your thought process, your headquarters, this process. You're not logically just trying to unpack everything before you put it out there to the public. You don't even want to give Terence Crawford any chance of even getting through this fight. So I'm asking you, since it's hard for you to brainstorm and troubleshoot and provide your own analytics, I'm talking about with careful discovery on breaking it down many different ways before you put it out there. Do you know every time you all say something Crawford can't do, you're putting more weight for the embarrassment that you're going to face by saying that he can't do this, this, and this, and this. He's never fought this, and that person. He is all that. Errol Spence up his hand at 0.5. All of you all are thinking alike. All the way up to the fighter. All of y'all are thinking alike. He says 0.5. Y'all and go right along with it. So don't you know you're basically putting yourself in a dilemma that it's going to take more than a shovel to dig yourself out that mom. If you all are saying he cannot do all this, he's not talented enough, this man is just not capable. Not just because, physical, what you see on the thumbnail. Because I know a lot of you all said, look at this thumbnail. And a lot of you just changing your mind. You probably missed some live streams this evening. You say, you see that motherfucking picture you got up there? God damn. That nigga in shape, dog. I'm having to change your heart, man. But listen, you all up here diminishing everything this man has done in his career as if it's going to big up Errol Spence, though. I mean, I'm not even going to ask y'all why. I know what it is. And you think others get mad at what you say. No, we're puzzled over here. We're puzzled as to why you keep on saying what you're saying. Because if Crawford is all of this, and Errol Spence doesn't go in there and get that man out of there in a hurry, which he ain't, then how does that make you look as a so-called boxing fan? How do you feel about yourself? You can shit on Crawford the whole entire time, But yet, what you're doing is you're basically trying to get more and more people to influence them that this fight ain't worth paying $84.99 for. You know what I'm saying? Because you're sitting up here saying, well, this person ain't that. He ain't did this. He ain't fought nobody. He ain't did this. Okay. But you're still interested in watching the fight. And I'm asking myself, why? Why are you interested in watching the fight if he doesn't fit the billing? He doesn't fit the billing. He hasn't earned it. He hasn't did enough to be considered in the same conversation as Errol Spence. Y'all keep on talking about what this man haven't done, like he's going to get credit. Like y'all are basically tearing down any credibility that Errol Spence supposed to have and being this guy, this, that, and the other, by putting him in his social media versus a guy who shouldn't even be in the same sentence of conversation as he is. You're saying that Crawford on the pound for pound list, somebody got it wrong. His resume of 39 victories, somebody got it wrong. What people have been admiring about his skill set, they got it wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everything that y'all been talking about from his 135 pounds up to 147, somebody got it wrong in your eyes. I just don't talk about Spence. I don't sit up here and act like he can't do nothing. I just don't tell you what he can do. I'll tell you what Bud Crawford can do right. But people get more mad at me not expressing what Errol Spence could. That's your job. That's your motherfucking job to say what he does right. That's not my job. That's your motherfucking job. And the reason why I'm doing my job correctly, because y'all always have something to say about it. Y'all get mad. Y'all furious at WCS. I swear to God, y'all niggas furious as hell, bro. Y'all busy telling me what I'm saying, and it ain't right. And all you do is make it, and then they be lying on my videos, y'all. They'll sit there and say, oh, 45 minutes in, he ain't talking no boxing talk. And that's all I've been talking about, just like I'm doing now. Let's keep it moving. Did you know he defeated 8 undefeated fighters up to this point in his career? 8 undefeated fighters, y'all. That is extremely impressive. 8 undefeated fighters. You know what I'm saying? Brian Cummings. And it's something else that I don't know if you know, but a fun fact, right? We're going to get to 8 undefeated fighters. Andrei Klimov, Yukis Gamboa, Victor Postal, Julius Ndungo, Jeff Horn, and Jose Benavidez, all back to back to back. You know what I'm saying? Julius Ndungo undefeated, Jeff Horn undefeated, and Jose Benavidez was undefeated. You know what I'm saying? That's all back to back to back. Undefeated fighters. Igis Kavalauskas, undefeated. And now you have Errol Spence Jr. on July 29th, 28-0. He's about to step in there. That'll be his 9th. That'll be his 9th, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bud Crawford for doing it big. This man has sit up here and defeated 8. But when you go to Spence, though, I think he's sitting at 2. Emmanuel Lartey, who he had problems with. You know what I'm saying? Emmanuel Lartey was 15-0 when he fought him. And then, you know, the other one, the Grand Kahuna, easy work, the lightweight himself, 135 pounds, Mikey Garcia. And also the third one, Carlos Ocampo. I knew I was leaving up one. I mean, I left Carlos Ocampo out for a reason, because that nigga, he dropped in and got put out and then sent to the showers. He was out. You know what I'm saying? But Lartey, Ocampo, and Garcia, 3. You're talking about 8 undefeated fighters that Bud defeated, has beaten his career, vice 3 Spences has defeated. Now, the reason why I bring that up is because all I hear is when you bring up facts about resumes. Somehow you have such ignorant people that's participating in this particular discussion when it comes to boxing. Not all of them ignorant. Not all of them ignorant. I'm not going to be selfish like that. But you have a lot of ignorant, immature, inept, casual boxing fans that when you present them with the factual side of history, they shut it down just based off their selfishness and stupidity. That don't mean nothing. Who cares? Who was they? Who were they? You can't say all the undefeated fighters wasn't shit. And then you sit up here, well, Errol Spence, they might not have been undefeated, but the greats always lose. So, the competition that he fought, they fight tougher competition and they lose because they fighting tougher competition. No, that's not the case, man. He had some real hitters on there. In that 8, he had some real hitters. So you can't sit up here and just throw them in the closet and say, no, it don't matter, man. Who cares about that 8 undefeated? They won nobody. No, that's a lie. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself, man. Errol Spence, when it comes down to who he beat, worth recognition. Who he beat. It's some facts out here that's going to hurt people's feelings when I get through these damn thumbnails. It's going to hurt their feelings, y'all. I'm going to tell, I know it ain't been said, but I'm going to put it out there once again. It's going to hurt their feelings about Spence's resume. It's going to hurt their feelings. They just don't want to accept it, but it's going to hurt their feelings once again. And that's what my intentions are, to hurt your feelings. Because if I, at my age, can do this research, you at your age telling lies and sounding stupid, you can do the research too. Did you know 6 years from his debut, he won his first world title, y'all? First world title, defeating a fighter who became multi-time world champion. You know what I'm saying? Ricky Burns. He defeated this tough fighter, and it wasn't no walkover because he's not a familiar name with people. You know what I'm saying? He's not a familiar name with people. Who was Kell Brook prior to stepping in there with Gennady Golovkin? Like, it wasn't like people was yelling his name over here. Oh, Kell Brook, I want a chocolate brownie. Come over here to the U.S. We love you. No, he didn't come over to the U.S. He fought over in his backyard now. So don't act like people knew who Kell Brook was. But big salute to Crawford, man. 6 years from his debut, he sat up there and won his first world title. Big deal. Big deal. You know what I'm saying? Came in 08. You know what I'm saying? Didn't quite get it done with the Olympics. The same as Spence. Spence didn't get it done in the Olympics either. And they're still being argued the point. Oh, he made the team. It don't matter what he made. He didn't medal. He didn't medal. So who cares? Who cares? You can talk about what you want to talk about, but he did not medal though. You know, both of these guys would have loved to go to the Olympics and do well, but they didn't do well. But we've seen them excel in the professional ranks, which that's what's matter. That is what matter right there. You know what I'm saying? Excelling in the professional ranks. And from my understanding, Crawford had about 70 amateur bouts, and he lost about a dozen. You know what I'm saying? 7, and he lost about a dozen. Then you hear people always talk about, you know, who beat who in the amateurs, right? But Crawford had wins over Danny Garcia and Mikey Garcia, the 2 Garcias that Errol Spence gave an opportunity for. You know what I'm saying? I guess he always been trying to catch up to Terence Crawford, huh? You know what I'm saying? He fought them Garcias. He knew that Terence had fought them Garcias in the AMs. He said, man, I got to fight them in pro ranks, you know, just so I can be respected when it comes time. Don't get me the line up in here now. In his third defense, he unified the WBO, WBC, defeating Victor Postal at 140 pounds. Victor Postal, man, wasn't no joke. You know what I'm saying? Victor Postal was undefeated. He was not a joke. Very big, tough, strong fighter. And you know, to see Crawford go in there and break this guy down, and he ended up dropping him a couple of times. You know, like it only lets you continue to prove that when he went in here, he made them look like there was nothing, and he continued to put his skill set on display. Whether people wanted to respect his skill set, they did. Because at 140, a lot of people was tuned in to Crawford. They seen this Omaha, Nebraska fighter coming up, and they was all tuned in. You know what I'm saying? They said, "Oh, look at that! You know, this brother, he bad. That's a bad man right there. That's a bad man." You know, he went in there and was dispersing of fighters, and not only that, he'd pick up a title, defend it, and then he unified, defended it. And he didn't defend it for a long period of time. No, I'll just wait. I'll deal with this up the road. No, he defended and then went in there with the one and only Julius Ndongo. In his third defense as a WBO, WBC champion, he defeated Julius Ndongo, who's the WBA IBF world champion at 140 pounds, becoming undisputed super lightweight world champion. That's a big deal. Salute. Salute to you. Big deal. That's history right there. That's history in the 4-belt era. History, short list of undisputed champions on that list, and Crawford was one of them with the legend B-Hop. You know what I'm saying? Even the legend Jermaine Taylor, man, what he was able to accomplish. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Crawford being one of the younger fighters of this era to hold attendance on that pound for pound. You know what I'm saying? And also to hold attendance on that undisputed. To hold attendance in professional boxing is one of the best to lace up the gloves of this era. You know what I'm saying? Salute to him, man, for getting it in. You got to salute him heading into this fight. You can't continue to listen to these people, you know, just try to erase his accomplishments. Do you see this man is already ready? He's already ready. He's getting up in the morning knowing he's on weight. I remember it was somebody just over there calling him a liar. They was calling Crawford a liar because he just said that he maybe have to lose 5 pounds or whatever the statement was, right? And they were so quick to just call the man a liar. Like they're fact checking everything he does, but they don't dare touch any type of non-facts with Errol Spence. Like they're afraid to call something out over there because everybody jump on, oh my God, you know, you going against the grain, man. What is this you talking about? No, bro. We got to put some respect on his name. Like I said, what y'all be leaving me in my comments, I'm gonna drop some hard truth on y'all ass. It's gonna hurt your feelings, and hopefully you don't take it no type of way, you know, in the next couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all could have provided this information yourself so you can get a clearer understanding of the bullshit y'all out here talking about. Let's go to the next one. It said next he will vacate the titles, moving up to 147 pounds, defeating Jeff Horn, WBO welterweight world title. And this is Terence Bud Crawford, 39 victories and 0 defeats. What was so special about him fighting this big Aussie is that the Aussie just wasn't somebody who just, you know, didn't have any name. You know, he looked weak. He looked like he wasn't supposed to be there. No, Jeff Horn was big. He was a big Australian fighter. You know, had a rough drag him out fight with Manny Pacquiao. Got the victory. You know, depending on who you talk to, they were saying that, oh man, Manny Pacquiao won. And then, you know, I'm like, then they say, no, Jeff Horn won. So it was up in the air. You know, you had a divide with the boxing fans on who actually won. But they tried to make it seem like Jeff Horn got the home cooked meal. But yet, Kambosos didn't get the home cooked meal. You know what I'm saying? So you got to give Jeff Horn his respect for beating Manny Pacquiao. So I remember when people were saying that Manny Pacquiao won nothing no more. He was too gone. He was over his peak. He was too old, fragile. This only came up when it was the debate about Crawford beating Jeff Horn for his first championship into the division. You know what I'm saying? Now, let's zoom in a little bit more microscopically to the problems that we're seeing. You remember earlier when I said how people were saying, oh man, that's him right there. That's the man right there. When Crawford picking up those straps at 140, well, the energy and the attitude start to change when he got up to 147 because the threat had now came to their doorstep. The threat had been imminent for quite some time, y'all. The threat was imminent for quite some time. They knew the pace for which Crawford was moving through the 135 and 140 pound divisions. It was only a matter of time before he rung the doorbell. Not only did he ring the doorbell, he entered. He entered and picked up a championship title. He made himself at home with 6 defenses of that title. That's a problem because internal to the division, you used to have a unified champion in Keith one-time Thurman. And also, you had a champion, IBF world champion, in Errol Spence Jr. How it became strange for some of these casual temporary boxing fans is that they found out Crawford is actually the opposite of what all this banter that they talking about now. They wasn't talking that way when he came into 147 pound division. They wasn't talking this bullshit. They was giving this man credit, for what he was able to do. They knew he was a dangerous fighter. They liked his skill set and everything. They liked his versatility, his technique. Man, they was giving Crawford the highest praise possible, dog. You talking about adulations, man, they was praising him. But he came into a division where you had individuals that couldn't make up their mind. They wasn't fit for duty. These boxing fans wasn't fit for duty. Because when he came into the division, they found out real quick in a hurry that there was going to be a clash. It was going to be a crossroads sooner or later. And that's exactly what happened. When Keith Thurman decided to go and get surgery, and have a hiatus, it mixed up a lot of things. You know how you see that dirt devil? And those of you that ever been to a desert and you see that little dirt spinning around, spiraling around just like a little tornado. That's what was going on in the welterweight division, because now Crawford was here and he was defeating these opponents, these top tier quality opponents at the welterweight division. And they had this guy who had been at the welterweight division for quite some time, who should have been at a pinnacle so high that Crawford shouldn't even be in the conversation with him right now. Truth be told, I'm just being honest. You came in 2012. We can't cry that Bud came in as a professional in 08. But you came in, you've been in this division for quite some time. So if Errol Spence would have been doing what he was supposed to do, he should have been at a pinnacle so high that every time Crawford's name come up, they should have been like, hey, man, this guy haven't did enough up here at welterweight division. And, this, that, and the other. I mean, he's still trying to prove himself. He still got a lot of work to do. Spence, he's been fighting this person, that person, and the other. But he didn't do that. He allowed Crawford to enter the division in 2018 when he had already been in the division, and he allowed Crawford to catch up to him. He allowed him to catch up to him and pass him up. And that's going to hurt a lot of people's feelings. Like, what is he talking about? Pass him up. He passed him up. How can you just think that the welterweight division provides the criteria outside of the body of work? What trumps the other? You got to figure that shit out yourself. I'm not the one that's sitting up there voting all in favor of, but he came in there and he passed the man up. This man got 6 straight defenses at the welterweight division, 7 stoppages. Errol Spence, he has his opponents. I already went over those opponents with you several times. I already went over them. I went over the last 7 opponents. Kell Brook, Lamont Peterson, Carlos Ocampo, Mikey Garcia, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, Yadinas Ugas. Crawford is Jeff Horn, Jose Benavidez, Amir Khan, Igis Kavalaskis, Kell Brook, Sean Porter, and David Avanesian. I just went back to 7, the last 7, because that's how many fights that Bud Crawford has had at the welterweight division. All right. To date, he has defended his title 6 times, earning all knockouts at the 147 pound. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can't let that slide by. You know what I'm saying? We can't let that slide by. You think it's easy? You do it. You think it's easy? You do it. What did Eric Thomas say? If it was easy, everybody would do it. If it was easy, everybody would do it. That's how I look at it. If it was that easy, why didn't anyone else do it? Why wasn't it being taken care of? If it was so easy, why haven't Errol Spence been able to do it? You know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show you the competitive nature and the gifted ability of Terence Crawford as a fighter, you know, and an athlete in general. This man has went up here and stopped every opponent, and you would get people to say, oh man, he ain't fought nobody. And I'll say, you're retarded. You are retarded. You got to be retarded thinking like that. You have to be retarded, man. You cannot be as healthy as God bless you. You got to have a disability. Because boxing isn't an easy sport, man. You're trying to say all these opponents were garbage opponents, and you could go in there and do it. Or somebody you knew that can go in there and do it. We're talking about championship right off the back, stoppage, not a distance, stoppage. And then you go on to defend your title multiple times. Been a regular tenant on the pound for pound list. A regular tenant on the pound for pound list, right? With all the other awards, the Lineal, the Fight of the Year, all that, all these awards that you won. And then you have people just up here trying to compare you to the welterweight standard just because they have a popular fighter in Errol Spence. That's not the way it works, people. I'm about to awaken you all. I'm about to awaken you all on the fact. You know what I'm saying? I listen to some of these debates. Y'all ain't, I know some shit y'all, some of you niggas be saying over there, you heard over here. I get it. Damn, give me some credit. Cite me on some shit, dog. Y'all just use shit and y'all don't cite a motherfucker. Man, if I learn some shit, I say, okay, I heard this over here. Let's go to this one right here. His next battle is scheduled for July 29th versus Errol Spence Jr. 28-0. 28-0 out of DeSoto, Texas. Now, listen up, people. I've been hearing a lot about how people believe that Errol Spence is going to break this man up. And even Errol Spence himself said mentally, physically, spiritually. I heard that shit. Mentally, physically, spiritually. I said, okay. You know, I'm all about the trash talking. Okay. You know, this man believes, since he can still speak on Crawford's name the way he is before July 29th, he said he's going to break him. That's all I've been hearing. Break him. Just like the old school walkie-talkies that I use. Breaker 19, breaker 10-4. Do you read? Repeat over. Do you copy? It's almost like Errol Spence say break, and everybody below him that haven't been saying a peep is now saying he's going to break him. Okay. All right. Okay. So you believe that, right? Let me help you understand something. The man that you're talking about, that's breaking Terence Crawford up. You know what I'm saying? He's going to lay down this power that has never been witnessed. He's going to do this to a guy who's much better of a boxer than Yordenis Ugas, his last opponent, April 16, 2022. Hear me. Listen to what I'm saying, people. Listen to me. Ugas, 35 years old, y'all. 9 months. This is not what I'm going to break their hearts at. 35 years old. 35 years old. This man went 10 rounds with Ugas, who is 35 years old. And you have the audacity to talk about Crawford's age? No, y'all have the audacity to talk about age? You have the audacity to act retarded. God bless you in full health and understanding. But yet you want to put on a costume and say, I need a part-time job. Can I join the circus, please? I have my entire act rehearsed. I've been practicing on the YTC. I've been practicing. Real talk. They'll tell you all the time, I've been practicing. Now listen, Yordenis Ugas, April 16, 2022. I'm getting my Brian Cussing on. April 16, 2022, Ugas was 35 years old. You want to hear something that's going to break their heart, people? It's the fact that they want to play ball. They want to hang on to Spence every word when he says breaking without fully grasping that is an absolute lie. Listen to me. Errol Spence that was coming up was considered, he wanted himself to be considered the truth, right? He wanted himself to be considered the truth. The truth, y'all. He's calling fighters old. He's trying to call Sean Porter old. He's trying to call Kell Brook old when the man is 33 years of age. I already went over this before. He fought Kell Brook when Kell Brook was 31 years of age now. But this is the kicker right here. Do you know that he fought Lamont Peterson back in January 20th, 2018? When Lamont Peterson was 34 years of age. 34 years of age, y'all. Listen to me when I tell you the bullshit that I attempt to sanitize on here, because people just love hearing them talk, the nonsense. They ain't trying to educate themselves. They just sounding crazy. He fought Lamont Peterson back in January 20th of 2018. What do you hear when Spence fought Lamont Peterson? Oh, man, he beat him up. Listen to me. The fight was stopped because Barry Hunter, and shout out to Barry Hunter. Barry Hunter stopped the fight from him going out in the 8th. So it was a stoppage at 7. Lamont Peterson was over in the corner, and he said, you got to do what you got to do, but I'm going to fight regardless, this, that, and the other. Like Lamont Peterson, he's a warrior. He's going to fight regardless, man. You know what I'm saying? But in the 5th round, let's go back to the first. Warm-up round, not too much. Yeah, punches was thrown, nothing too vicious. The 2nd round, Lamont Peterson was landing some good combos on Spence, really sitting down on his punch. And the fight was pretty entertaining, to say the least. All the way up to the 5th, when by that time Spence had started to really unload on Lamont Peterson, who had a high guard. And, one thing I did notice about Spence in there, right, was that the low blows that he was throwing, right? And then when Lamont Peterson landed some good shots on Spence, the bullshit he was doing? He was talking about Lamont Peterson was hitting him on the back of the head. When Lamont was landing clean shots now. Clean shots. I mean, clean shots. This is a 34-year-old Lamont Peterson back January 20, 2018, landing some clean shots from Spence. And when Spence hurt him in the 5th round, Lamont, he was hurt. going back to the ropes, covering up, trying to get his wits back about him. And then he started to come back on him. Now, this was the truth. This was the one who had the bragging rights for Floyd Mayweather. This was the one that said, oh, okay, Jermell Charlo, you ain't knocked me out. This is the one who everybody was talking about. 2018 now. This is the one that was leading up to fighting Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? This was the one that was leading up the fight ruthless Carlos Ocampo. Ruthless freaking Mikey Garcia. This is the guy who was much younger back then, who stepped in there and couldn't finish Lamont Peterson when he had him hurt in the 5th round. Hear me out, people, and hit the like button. Lamont Peterson was 34 years old, and this was 5 years ago. People, this fight with Lamont Peterson, 34-year-old fighter, was 5 years ago. There's no excuses for the accident. He had all his teeth. He had all his faculties. All of his physical mechanics was running, firing on all cylinders. Lamont Peterson was older than most fighters when it comes to a Crawford debate that they were saying over their peak, past their prime. See the bullshit I'm talking about? 5 years ago, Spence supposed to have been this motherfucking ruthless damn mercenary. He was the truth. This dude was the boogeyman. He couldn't even put away Lamont Peterson in the 5th round when he had him hurt. Then he goes out and actually boxes and takes his time in his 6th, right? And really didn't even push the pace like that. He really didn't push the pace. I guess he was trying, in his versatile manner, trying to figure out what to do. And he was trying to catch his breath. He was trying to get that second win. But I can't say he was dog tired. I just felt like he didn't have a plan B. Like, okay, let me try to figure this out, because I'm landing some hard punches on him. And, he ain't going nowhere yet. I couldn't get him up out of there in the 5th round. So he comes out in the 7th, and Lamont Peterson is covering up. You know what I'm saying? And he's still swinging. Peterson's still swinging. And he didn't get beat up as much as people talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Spence was landing some hard shots on him, and his eyes started to swell up. But Peterson was standing at the end of the 7th round. This is after Spence was landing some hard shots through the guard to the body. He was landing some very piercing, punctuated shots on Peterson, and he couldn't even drop that man except once in the entire fight. Once, dog. A 34-year-old fighter when Spence was younger. This when he's supposed to be the man. This dude's dropped Lamont Peterson, a 34-year-old Lamont Peterson, once, and he couldn't even finish him in the 5th round. So you trying to tell me, you already know I'm going with this, right? They're trying to tell me that 5 years ago, nigga, you had Lamont Peterson, 34 years old. 5 years ago. This is going to hurt him. 5 years ago, you could not get that man out of there just straight up man down. I'm out. No, Barry Hunter called. Look at me. Barry Hunter, look at me. He looked at him. He's about to go out for the 8th round. Then they say seconds out. He thought about it. He called the fight. Spence, was you happy with that? Boxing is boxing, though. Yeah, you punish the fighter and you get the stoppage. I understand. But the reason why I'm highlighting this, because these aerosexuals are somehow feeling a sense of freedom to speak recklessly. You know what I'm saying, about a situation they haven't really did enough research on. You really haven't did your research. 5 years ago, when you're young, strong, you got 5 years from where you at now, absent of the accident, and you couldn't get a 34-year-old guy out of there, and he was stopped at the 7th round. Listen to me, people. So they think Errol Spence came back from a car accident and doing all that shit that supposedly, you know what I'm saying, started with Carlos Ocampo, per the snitch himself. You know what I'm saying? Disloyal to the boxing game. Oh, man, he started really drinking about, Carlos Ocampo because I was with the entourage and I seen everything play out, but I didn't say anything. I just wanted to be cool. Well, let's say Carlos Ocampo. That's right after the Lamont Peterson fight. They're trying to tell me a guy 5 years ago, coming full circle to his fight with Yordenis Ugas, who was 35 years old, when he stepped in there with Spence, 5 years later, after the accident, and he stopped Yordenis Ugas in later fashion than he did Lamont Peterson 5 years ago? He ain't improved. The fuck you talking about? He ain't improved. Where's this killer? You think he's going in there against Bud Crawford, and 5 years he had a 34-year-old. 5 years ago he had a 34-year-old. 5 years after that he has a 35-year-old, and he gets him out of there in the 10th round on his feet, and y'all talking about Bud's gonna get knocked out? These fighters was older than Bud, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Like, if Bud would have been back there, they would have been older than Bud Crawford when he came into the freaking division. They would have been older than him, man. Bud's 35 years old right now. He's 35 years old right now. Mark Peterson was 34 years old back in 2018, man. 2018. Bud and Yordenis Ugas is 35 years old. Well, Yordenis Ugas is actually 36 years old. He had a birthday. Yordenis Ugas had a birthday today. Today, July 14th. Ugas is 36 years old. Crawford will be 36 years old in September this year. 35 going on 36. 5 years later, both Lamont Peterson and Yordenis Ugas, the fight was stopped outside of Errol Spence, knocking them clean out. Lawrence Cole stopped the fight with Yordenis Ugas after the doctor was summoned over by Lawrence Cole. And also, Barry Hunter stopped the fight because Lamont Peterson was taking punishment. And you know how close they are and their backstory. And he called the fight off. Lamont Peterson was 34 years old back then. I can't drive it home enough. So you talking about the dude on the thumbnail now. You talking about Bud Crawford, right? This man couldn't finish Lamont Peterson and stretch him. He couldn't stretch him when he was in his freaking younger years, young, strong, goddamn, can go do what the fuck you wanted to do. Man, supposed to be the heavy hitter, all that shit, bro. Like the accolades could never stop. It was like a fountain of glory and praise when Spence's name came up. You trying to tell me the Spence before the one that had the Carlos Ocampo fight in Texas, Frisco, Texas, he couldn't get Lamont Peterson out of there in 7? I'm talking about laying flat out. They called the fight in the corner. Same thing with Yordenis Ugas. And y'all saying he's gonna stop Bud. Man, get the fuck out of Dodge, nigga. What the hell is wrong with y'all? What type of freaking medication y'all are not taking? Aerosexuals. Am I lying? Am I lying about what I just said? I hear you all talking about this shit so much. Am I fucking lying about what I just mentioned? How do you make the freaking comparison, man? How do you all compare these two bookmarks that I just gave you? 5 years in between one another. And you're saying July 29th, Errol Spence is going in there and knocking out Bud Crawford, and he is not him. Danny Garcia made it to the final bell. He is not him. Sean Porter knocked down, flash knockdown now. Flash knockdown. This is for the accident now. This is the killer. The same one that fought Lamont Peterson. This is the same one who fought Sean Porter. He wanted to fight Sean Porter fight. Hit cost Sean Porter with a clean left hook. Sean Porter glove barely. The threads on his glove touched the canvas. Up. I gotta give you a count. And Sean Porter like, okay, let's go. I'm ready. He was still fighting Errol Spence. Stop the motherfucking cap. Sean Porter was still fighting Errol Spence, man, after he got that knockdown, right? Was he doing that with Crawford? He didn't get a chance to. Man. They say Sean Porter was over the hill. He was too old. So is Terence Crawford too old? Now, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Is Terence Crawford too old? Because he's 36 in September. Now he's 35 as we speak. When Terence Crawford fought Sean Porter was 34 years of age. Terence Crawford is older than Sean Porter. Terence Crawford is older than Sean Porter. Terence Crawford will be older than Sean Porter when he fought Sean Porter. Terence Crawford is older than Sean Porter right now, 35 years of age. When Errol Spence fought Sean Porter was 31 years old, damn near 32 years old. Damn near 32 years old, y'all. And all I hear them talk about, oh, them fighters was old. Is Terence Crawford old too? Seriously, is he old enough for you all to score there and put your money? All the fights that you say that was old. Oh, he fought number old fights. He's 35 years old. Are you all saying the same language for Terence Crawford? And if you're not, why? Why you got different energy now? Why are you not holding the same fucking standard to Bud? He's 35. He's an old, decrepit fighter, right? How are you all not using the same language that y'all use in the debate for Bud Crawford? He's 35 going on 36 in September. And I ain't heard one of you niggas sit up here and say, oh, he's old and decrepit. Errol got this. Because you know what I'm saying is right. Y'all know y'all can't use that same damn scenario, that agitprop that y'all like putting out here. 5 years ago, this man couldn't even stop Lamont Peterson after knocking him down once. Clean knockdown, too. Then he was landing some hard punches the whole fight. Lamont Peterson was fighting back, though. And then Errol started to break him down. And that's all I've been hearing lately. I'm going to break him. Dude, who are you breaking? 5 years ago, it was the 7th round with the oldest fighter you fought, the last 7 fighters. One of them fighters was Lamont Peterson. He was 34 years of age, bro. 5 years later, and you're supposed to be in your grown man strength or your what strength you got? I don't get it, because Ugas went to 10. I ain't buying it, bro. I ain't buying this bullshit y'all sitting up here trying to sell to the public. Y'all done ran this man for months and months and months, and y'all not even doing research. It's not like you incapable or you can't do it. You refuse to do it because you know the information is out there and it's gonna hurt. Because y'all want to run with the same bullshit as false narratives that all he did was face old opponents as a welterweight. No, he's 35. This is the old guy, right? Bud Crawford is the old guy, y'all. Bud Crawford is the old guy at the end of the day. He's the old guy. It ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This dude is the old guy. He's the old guy, man. The old guy. Look at this old guy now. Look at him. 35 years of age. But yet, every time these dudes debating on here, they're saying that Kell Brook and Sean Porter was too old. David Avanesian was 34 years of age. They said David Avanesian was too old. But yet, they're hyping up Spence to go over here and break a guy who's 35 years of age. And I don't hear y'all niggas talking about, he's too old. He's too old. Who too old? Him. Say his name, nigga. Say his name. No. I'm good. But he over there. Where? In Omaha. Where in Omaha, nigga? Say his name. You know his name. You heard it before. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I don't want to hear it. Y'all not keeping the same energy. Look, I done heard these niggas boost up Yadina's Ugas. Oh, Ugas was tough. He went in there and followed Ugas. Ugas is older than Crawford as we speak today. 36 years of age. July 14th is his birthday. So Ugas probably getting fucked up right now. You know what I'm saying? He having fun. But that's not even the point. It's the fact that Errol Spence is about to step right back in the ring with the old fighter. And y'all don't have the honesty, the fortitude to call it for what it is. Mikey Garcia, 31 years old. Sean Porter, 31, almost 32 years old. Real talk, when Errol Spence fought him. Danny Garcia, almost 33 years old when Errol Spence fought him. Yadina Ugas, 35 years old in 9 months. He's 36 years old today. Terence Crawford, 35 years old. So if you're going to call Terence Crawford opponents old when he fought him, and he's older, that means Errol Spence is about to step in there with the old fighter, old guy. Back to back, y'all. He's about to step in there back to back with an old ass fighter. Both old fighters that had belts. So how are you going to give him his freaking flowers? Tell me that. How are you supposed to give him his flowers in the next couple of weeks? All I heard y'all niggas over here is goddamn just talking some bullshit, some toilet media. You know what I'm saying? Playing in the toilet like a little kid and shit, and putting it in your mouth, see how it tastes. Like, how are you gonna clean this up? How are you gonna clean this up? All I hear is Errol doing this. And I don't despise the Errol none. I just despise other Errol sexuals. I don't despise Errol Spence. I talk what I talk about him in public record, but the Errol sexuals, y'all the fucking worst. Y'all act like y'all the most educated boxing fans out here, but y'all cannot do the same research I'm doing. And why can't y'all sit up here and be honest and say, you know what, Errol Spence done fought some old ass fighters. He about to go in there with another old fighter in Crawford. But the crazy part about it, I don't hear you niggas calling Crawford old. If you ain't gonna call him old, call him dangerous, goddammit. Come on, be real with yourself. If you don't think he old, but you think he dangerous, say it. If you ain't willing to give the man credit and you just say he ain't fought nobody, this, that, and the other, Derrick James, call him old ass nigga then. Say, man, we ain't worrying about this. We're going to do him just like we did Yadina Ugas. Okay, great. So you trying to tell me, well, we going off Yadina's Ugas, we got a much better boxer than Ugas, around the same age, right? So you went 10. You trying to tell me you went 10? Oh, we good. Because shit ain't adding up. You saying that you're going to break that man and get him up out of there. But Ugas went 10. This nigga went 10 rounds. 2 more, and it's a decision. It's a decision loss for Ugas' bragging rights. He went 10 rounds again. He would have went 10 rounds with Sean Porter. You know what I'm saying? He would have had some bragging rights. I mean, he went 12 rounds the distance with Sean Porter. He went 12 rounds with Manny Pacquiao. Dude, he would have had some bragging rights. He would have went 12 rounds with the one and only Errol Spence Jr. And y'all talking about coming in here and saying that, oh, you know what? Bud Crawford's chinny. I don't think he's going to be able to make it because Errol Spence, I hear those people over there. Oh, man, his power is just unbelievable. Let's just address it. You know, he's never faced a fighter with the power of Errol Spence. Like, what? Nigga, are we doing comparisons? Are we doing comparisons to the age appropriation? Age appropriation, Crawford is 35. He's considered an old fighter past his prime, right? An old fighter that keeps on calling out the champions. An old fighter that's been having Charlo feeling some type of way. This don't seem like a fighter that's on the AARP Platinum membership invite. Send him out an advertisement ASAP so he can come to the red carpet. We want him to be a special guest. Come on, Aerosexuals, tell me I'm lying on this now. Your idol, your guy, is about to step in there with another old fighter back to back. But he has the best resume. So if he has the best resume, why he continue to freaking put all these rounds in against older fighters? In the last 7, he has several older fighters, but the oldest ones is Peterson and freaking Ugas. 5 years apart. And you sitting up there acting like before the accident, it took him 7 rounds. After the accident, it took him 10. But yet he's going to go ahead and break Crawford. Come on, man. What the fuck are y'all niggas talking about? Man, stop lying to yourself. Stop lying, man. Stop lying. I swear to God. Stop lying, man. I'm doing your homework for you. Stop motherfucking lying. I want to hear you petty ass niggas. If you can be petty as me, I want y'all to start calling Crawford old. He don't have a chance because he's old. Y'all wouldn't dare say that. You know why? Because y'all too much of a coward to say that the man been stopping his opponents in the welterweight division. But yet you'll sit up here and talk about his opponents old. Knowing how old he is, you'll talk about, oh man, he fought them names you talking about. They was already over the hill, man. Fuck that. He was already over the hill. So instead of giving him credit for stopping all these opponents at his age, right? They'll shit on it and say, oh man, he ain't fought nobody. They all been too old, man. He ain't got nobody on his resume. But they won't call him old though. It's the people that every now and then, oh, Crawford don't have his legs. He doesn't have his legs. He needs to reorder some legs off Amazon in a hurry. He need to hurry up. Get those legs, baby. I hope you signed up for Amazon Prime. We need those legs on deck. When he fought David Avanesian, his legs wasn't there. They must have got stuck in shipment. I'm like, what? What? Look, did you think for 1 second that, you know, he has a packed house in Omaha, Nebraska? He didn't want to go ahead and watch this dude like a new Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he wanted to put in some rounds because he didn't know how long he was going to be out the ring dealing with Spence. Maybe he wanted to put in rounds, and he knew that Igis Kavalauskas stopped that man in 6. So he say, I put in some rounds, but you can knock the fuck out in the 6th round. These motherfuckers up here talk. Look, these motherfuckers up here talking about the man didn't have his legs, but yet Igis Kavalauskas, when he knocked out David Avanesian, Crawford knew that shit, just like he knew that Sean Porter had been dropped in the 11th round, and neither of them fights went past the marker. Avanesian was stretched, sleep, and Sean Porter was stopped. He was knocked down in the 10th. It didn't even go to the 11th, and they refused to call Bud Crawford a finisher. They refused to say, oh, he's a finisher. Errol Spence ain't no finisher. Prove it. Maybe you'll level up to your competition, but I can't see you doing that because all I hear you and your coach saying is that he ain't fought nobody. So how you gonna level up to an old dude? Look at that old dude in the picture now. Look, gut and all, man. Gut and all, man. Look at that old dude in the picture. 35 years old, going on 36 in September. That old dude in the picture. Why y'all ain't calling that man old? Come on, man. Stay on course. Why y'all not calling Bud Crawford old? This man had the opportunity to stop Lamont Peterson back in the day. He was 34 years old, y'all. He couldn't even do it. I'm talking about stretch. He couldn't even stretch him out, clean him out, over, done. It's over. No, he was on his feet, and Barry Hunter called the fight. Same scenario that happened with Yadina Ugas. The doctor was called over there twice. Fight's over. Where's this killer? Like, what is this? What are you talking about? This dude's gonna go in there and wash Bud because, oh man, if you remember, he got hurt. Hurt by who? Go ahead and say it. Go ahead. I ain't gonna say no. I'm not gonna comment. Go ahead. I don't like the way you're looking at. No, go ahead and say it, nigga. You. I consider you a casual ass boxing fan. Don't know shit anyway. Go ahead. Go. You want to bring up Gamboa? Yeah, Gamboa. He hurt him back. How many years was that? It was a long time, but he hurt him. Bud never recovered from that to this day. Man, get the fuck out of here, dog. These niggas up here still talking about Gamboa, and then they want to talk about Athanasia. You are a casual boxing idiot. 5 years ago, when this man didn't even come close to an accident, to now, you got a fighter that's older than both of these fighters. Crawford is actually older when he stepped into the ring this month by months. He'll be older than Ugas by months when he steps into the ring with Spence. And I don't hear the old guy talk. Y'all make up all this shit about his chin is suspect and he's been hurt all these times. Where is the killer with the old guys? Like one quitter hitters. What is this? What is this talk of you all? Are you looking at the thumbnail? Do this dude look like he ain't training his core for some body work? Dude, does it look like he's missing a training day? Do you think Denzel ain't right there to my yeah, my nigga. I see you. I see you over there in Omaha, my nigga. I see you. You ready, huh? You ready? You ready for Vegas? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know why are they doing that to themselves, man? I keep hearing these dudes talk about, well, that jab. Where was the jab with Ugas to get him out of there before the 10th round, dog? Where's this vibranium jab at? He didn't have that with Lamont Peterson because I sure enough seen him use it. And I sure enough seen Lamont Peterson go down. I seen Lamont get up. I seen Lamont continue to fight on, and he was doing damn good. I seen Errol Spence take the 6th round and try to figure the shit out, and then he kind of poured it on in the 7th, but Lamont Peterson made it to the final damn tick. He made it past the 7th round with the jab. I'm trying to help y'all niggas out. So you trying to tell me they didn't discover Wakanda back then in 2018, right? So you couldn't put the vibranium on there. So he was using the jab, but the jab wasn't stinging the way it should be. So now in 2022, what did it for Ugas' eye was the vibranium. That's what you're trying to tell me? But if the vibranium is the one that swelled up Ugas' eye, why didn't it knock him out for the count? Because you're talking about the monster. You're talking about this guy is supposed to be the monster that's going to break Bud Crawford mentally, physically, and spiritually. Nigga, stop lying to yourself. You couldn't even break Ugas. You got all these Errol sections up here talking about, oh, he's the eye collector. He went 10 motherfucking rounds, man. So let's go somewhere right quick. Let's go somewhere right quick. Okay. Let me show you something right quick. Let's start with Terence Crawford, welterweight resume, right? Jeff Horn was stopped in 9 rounds. That was out of a 12. Okay, 9 out of 12. That was a championship fight because that's just about every fight that he's pretty much participated in at the welterweight division been motherfucking 12 rounds. God damn it. I can't find no zeros except on the right side of his damn record. Okay, let's go on up here to Jose Benavidez. He went into the 12th round. He thought it was great. Oh, I'm gonna make it a distance with Crawford. Oh yeah. Bing. Moving on. Took him out in the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? Got him up out of there. Then Amir Khan, 6th round. 6th round is still better than 10. 6th round is still better than 7. Because all they talk about is Amir Khan. He was washed up. Well, as I look at my data, when Bud Crawford fought Amir Khan, age 4 months. God damn. Isn't he a miracle? So should we call days? Should we call Amir Khan walking into the ring? I got it. Igis Kavalaskis. 9. I've stopped him in the 9th round. Stopped him. 9 is better than 10. And this fight, you know, this the one they love talking about. Igis Kavalaskis hurt. That's the one who they keep on talking about. Bud has this chinny chin, fragile chin. And then you go up here to Kell Brook. 4 out of 12. 4 is less than 6. You know what I'm saying? 4 is less than 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 is less than all of those. Sean Porter. 10 is less than 12. 10 is less than 12. 10 is equal to that of 10. Yadinas Ugas went 10. He went 10 with his eye as bad as it was. 10 rounds, y'all. 10 rounds. Crawford went 10 rounds before, I believe, Bomac informed him prior to opening up the 10 frame that he was behind on the unofficial scorecards. And then a homicide almost took place. And then, of course, David Avanesian 6 is less than 7, and 6 is less than 10. And we're talking about a 34-year-old fighter. A 34-year-old fighter. Got him up out of there. So let me get to the chat because I'm pretty sure there's some perturbed listeners that don't want to accept the fact that 5 years ago, he couldn't get it done. Last year, he couldn't get it done with 2 of the oldest fighters that's on his resume in the last 7 fights. But yet, all of a sudden, he's going in there with Bud Crawford. Bud motherfucking Crawford, the Omaha Monster. And he's going to go in there and make a statement. He's going to make a statement, y'all. All of a sudden, he is going to make a statement and go in there and do something he ain't done in a while with a caliber opponent. A Bud Crawford. Man, stop it. Stop it. Let me see what's in the chat, man. And shout out to everyone that's in the building. Just stop the madness, man. Shout out to Coach, man. True Media Today, USA Boxing on Deck. What's good? I'm just gonna try to run down some of these chats, of course. Don Vaughn on deck. Dan Tan, salute to you. Juice Lee on deck. Bud finna beat him to death in my burning voice. It was a show, man. Marcus on deck. Jay on deck. All right. He said, Bud stop every southpaw he fought. Hey, man. They're talking about we dare Crawford the fight orthodox against Errol Spence. We dare, but see, he's not there to be Errol Spence, though. He's not there to be Errol Spence. Sean Porter told something that was profound. Sean Porter pretty much enlightened us that Errol Spence was there to fight Sean Porter's fight, but Bud was there to beat Sean Porter at his fight, Bud Crawford's fight. So therefore, all these dudes talking about, oh man, we dare him to fight him orthodox. Why? He's already demonstrated that he thinks for himself, and he don't allow you all to think for him. Why would he do something like that? He's gonna fight what's comfortable to him. Armand 123, what's good? Bro, you sound different behind the camera opposed to being in front of the camera. What that mean exactly? Also look at the level of the undefeated fighters Spence fought. Yeah, for sure. You know, they probably give Lardy no credit at all because he was touching Spence up. You know what I'm saying? And we know, Dan, when it comes to that killer Ocampo, that really mattered. That was a ruthless mercenary right there. The one to get full credit is one undefeated fighter, Mikey Garcia, 39-0 4-weight world champion. That's the only one. But they talk about resumes. They talk about resumes now. Some of the aerosexuals are beginning to realize they've been lied to. They've been lying to themselves. For real. Bud has stopped 3 Olympic medalists. Talk to him, man. Talk to him. Drop those jewels. You know what I'm saying? When you drop them, wrap them up in a bag, man, and put a couple of rocks in there and shit. Drop them on their head, man. They need to know. It's been put out there plenty of times before on how this man has been out here performing and getting these accomplishments and solidifying his legacy. But just because finally the fight that they act like they want it is on the horizon, it's coming quick too. It's coming quick. And see, the way they look at it might be different from where I'm looking. I'm looking at the sun coming up like I was in Cali. I look at the sun coming up. You know what I'm saying? And that shit started to reflect off the water. You see the dolphins. I say, yeah, this is the day. But for them, I don't think they're looking at it the same. I think they're looking at a storm rolling in, a dust storm or something, full of locusts or whatever. I don't think they're looking at it the right way. I think it's all dark and gloomy. And then the motherfuckers goddamn hiding up under a shed or something like, oh my God, it's here. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. Take cover. The fuck you talking about, man? Chat family, y'all hit the like button for WCS. I appreciate it. My brother, Bud was on the pound for pound list when Mayweather was still fighting. Man, and drop them facts on their head, man, because they don't like to hear facts from other human beings that's over in this chat. You know what I'm saying? It's educated. They don't like hearing that shit. After losing to Jeff Horn, he beats Keith Thurman 3 years later at 40 years old. Facts. But see, they didn't, you know, they didn't want to give Manny Pacquiao credit because Bud beat the man who beat the man. But yet, this same group of boxing fans were hoping and praying that Errol Spence get Manny Pacquiao. They wanted that man to get Manny Pacquiao so bad, dog. It was like, oh man, come on now. Come on, man. Please. We want him to go in there and fight Manny Pacquiao. Now his eye fell out. The duct tape came loose. So he couldn't do it. He blew it. The eye came out. Maca was in there, Maca dropping lumps on his head. Maca lump. That's what they was calling Maca Maca lump. They're like, hey, Maca we didn't call you in for that, man. Man, we said get some sparring, man. You do it too much, Maca lump. You ain't supposed to come over here and knock us out, Maca lump. You weren't supposed to do that, Maca lump. Shout out to my guy, Shot News, the Sauce Experience, aka Showtime. Shot on deck, the poster child of the Errol Spence YouTube social media fan base are males that drink too much rum and get emotional. WCS in the chat. Hey man, also you got to look at them as being Caribbean too. Their Showtime. You gotta throw the place where they have their lineage, their genealogy, back to their birth, their relatives, and all that. You got to throw all that into the equation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach Malachi, man. True Media Today, USA Boxing on deck. Salute to you, Coach. Peace to the chat. Salute that WCS. Appreciate you there, Coach. It's funny how Spence be destroying everyone in sparring, but there's never any footage. God damn, Dan's on fire, y'all. Somebody call the fire department. You know what I'm saying? Showtime pretty much said, gave us a theme. You know what I'm saying? The theme is they sit up here and they're beyond the influence of alcohol when they talking this nonsense. And then while not in a sober state, Dan drops, oh man, you've been killing people in sparring. Yeah, man. Yeah, I've been doing it. Ask Floyd. Floyd tell you. When was that? That was like 6 years ago. I mean, what were we talking about? What were we talking about? You got something new? Oh man, you asked me, man. Leave me alone. I'm drinking, man. You taking my buzz away, man. Fuck it, man. You taking my buzz away. I Bud fought more undefeated fighters at 147 than Spence. Good question, man. Good question. Please, if you happen to see him in passing, politely ask Aerosexuals, if you tuned in, please, this right here, we would like to know if Bud Crawford was doing other things, he had other obligations, okay, engagements and so forth at 135 and 140. Why or where were the undefeated fighters? Because two of them are suspect. That's Ocampo and Lardy. And then the only one, of course, respect to Mikey Garcia. But where's all this resume? The resume. You know what I'm saying? The resume. I like what Terence Crawford said. He said they already had some taken from them. So they're used to having some taken from them. It's true words. When he got them, they had already had some taken from them. So pretty much they used to experiencing that moment. I'm not. I ain't trying to experience that moment. Willie on deck. Hey, shout out to the Stray on deck. Stray's on deck. Willie say, continue to talk, bro. You only have 14 to 15 days left. And that Crawford shit would be dead. I love it, bro. The truth is going to hurt Errol all day, every day. Okay. Look, you got to appreciate the Strays coming over here without permission. You know what I'm saying? And writing paragraphs. I respect that. I mean, I don't respect what you said, but I can respect the fact you actually left a comment. You know what I'm saying? Without any profanity. So, we're not worried about what you said over here. We're not worried about that. I pretty much said what I said. He's about to go in there with Terence Crawford that's 35 plus years old, and y'all ain't calling that man old. So if you ain't gonna call him old, Willie, he gotta be dangerous then. I don't hear y'all calling the man old. If you're gonna call him, if you're not gonna call him old, then call him dangerous. Either or. You got to make up your mind. You got to give a compliment. Either he dangerous or he old and he ain't worth nothing. Because y'all done shot down his resume. So is he old or he dangerous? pound for pound number one best in the world, 40-0. Talk to him, Jeffrey. Talk to him, Jeffrey, in the building, man. You know what I'm saying? We got some arsonists over here just setting fires, dog. You know what I'm saying? I might have to call Stipe Miocic. He's a fireman. I might have to tell him to bring down the fire engine in this bitch. Bud is gonna box that boy head off. Them irregular teeth, Errol got is an easy target. Man, why the hell you up here calling something irregular? This dude said irregular, dog. Damn, he said irregular. How can they be irregular, man? I thought they was freaking premium unleaded. You know what I'm saying? Not the Costco gas. You know what I'm saying? That you have the points and you able to goddamn get a free freaking dental plan. You know, if you get freaking 150 points, you get free teeth with that damn fill up. Larry Lopez, what's good? Errol Sexers have their excuses prepared for July 29th. All I want to know, is he dangerous or is he old? Because Crawford got, he got that 35 years of age on him. And the reason why I keep mentioning it is because they said the fighters that he fought was old. Which one is it? Bet my homeboy in this fight, I'm about to take his money again, like I did when I picked Fury over Wilder. Okay, for sure. Shout out to Sid UK, man. When Spence was drunk and spoke to the press and praising Chris Algieri, I realized a part of him is scared of Crawford. Dedication and discipline makes a difference, and Crawford is very dangerous. He's dangerous, man. Truth be told, talk that. He's dangerous, man. Are you going to call him old? You're going to call him dangerous. Look at the man in the thumbnail. That dude shredded. That dude shredded, bro. He ain't been playing around. Dude is shredded. Dude is sitting up there shredded, bro. While Spence is taking pictures looking at motherfucking ants walk their dog and shit. Always looking at the ground. Oh, wow. Wow, never knew a dog could be that small. Wow. Amazing. Unbelievable. Wow, what is that? An ant mastiff? Wow, what did you purchase that at? I want to go get one of those. Showtime said, listen to this live by WCS. It seems like Spence is the one who Derrick James was talking about being moved, matched well. But hey, what do I know? He was being matched very well, huh? All those damn narratives they pushing. For real. For real. I hear the excuses. What excuses? What excuses? What's your thoughts on recent beef with Eddie Hearn and Mike about AJ rematching White? I really don't care about that fight right now. That's why I haven't really spoke on it. It's not really concerning me. They fought previously in a non-title fight, and he stopped Dillian White in 7 rounds. That's all I can tell you, bro. Like, when it comes down to it, Dillian White finally got a championship fight with Tyson Fury and was stopped. He was yelling Deontay Wilder's name all the time, got stopped by Fury. Now he's back to fight Joshua, and he never was able to fight Joshua. I mean, come on, bro. I'm not even worried about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even worried about it. It's just like, I don't know the purpose, man, but I got to stay on topic with this fight because this is the done data. This is the creme de la creme. Shout out to Marlon King Boxing in the building, brother. What's good, Ron? This is the done data. This is the creme de la creme fight, man. Omaha, Nebraska on deck. What are y'all gonna call him? I've been hearing all y'all narratives and shit talking about the jab, and what he gonna do about the pressure. What did Ugas do about the pressure? What did Ugas do? Y'all talking about what he gonna do with the pressure? He never been in there with somebody like Ugas. Never been in somebody in there with somebody like freaking Spence until he stepped in there with him. He want to talk about, well, Look at Sebastian Formella when Sean Porter stepped in there. He wiped him on all the scorecard, all across every judge wiped him, and he said that Sebastian Formella, he didn't even look good. I mean, Sean Porter didn't look good at all. He like he was struggling. Man, I'm just telling you, man. Somebody damn gave them some producer notes and made them look like a fool, man. You know, Sean Porter wiped that slate all the way, all scorecards down every round. And he's talking about he didn't look good in that fight. That's hating, dog. Porter finished that round strong after getting knocked down. Yeah, he did. He wanted to fight, man. For sure, he wanted to fight. One glove touched the floor. That wouldn't be considered a knockdown in any other combat sport. For real. You're right, Dan. It's definitely not considered a knockdown in MMA. You know what I'm saying? In MMA, you get knocked down, and it's like, okay. They wait for their look, they wait for your opponent to come over there and see if he's gonna kick you, beat you into the canvas, and so he can give you a point to stop. They don't stop the fight when you get knocked down or a glove touch. They don't care nothing about that shit. Defend yourself at all times. Shout out to Mac World 1 on deck, man. There's not a fighter from 147 to 54 who can do anything with Bud. Wait till they see Bud power on his arm and his jab versus Errol. Bud would be violent and disrespectful from the start to finish. Fish fry. I believe you, man. I believe Bud is gonna come out there different. They always sticking to this damn default that they have with Bud. Oh man, he ain't gonna come out and fight orthodox. He's too scared because Errol Spence is a better unorthodox fighter than Southpaw. He's not gonna come out orthodox. He wouldn't dare do that. He starts off too slow. So while he's collecting data, Errol Spence is gonna punish him. He's gonna punish him for collecting data. You know what I'm saying? By that time, he would already put down 4 rounds, right? They say, oh man, Errol Spence will already put down 4 rounds. He'll be way ahead. I don't know where these people getting this shit from. He did get knocked down. Believe me, Ali. Believe me. Take a look at the fight. Lamont Peterson got knocked down. Don't take a look at the highlights. Look at the entire fight. That's all I can tell you. I can't wait till the world here is repping Omaha, Nebraska. Salute WCS Northside. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, man. What we at? 14 days, 15 days. I know it's around there. You know? You can't teach Errol fans nothing. It's like kicking a dead horse. Well, at least a dead horse moves, goddammit. Even if it's dead, you kick them and them motherfuckers just they scared. Like, I mean, you're talking about like a motherfucking mannequin. You're talking about just a stump. They just sit there and listen to the same shit all the time, man. Anybody and everybody come by and tell these aerosexuals something, they just sit there, yeah, yep. Yeah, he's chinny. Okay, yep. No, Spence got belly. Yep. He's a younger fighter. But some ain't adding up. Your guy about to go in there and face another older fighter, 35 years, older than 35 years old, damn near. You want to talk about matchmaking? Or this something you have to do because they have titles. I get it. Shout out to the XO Factory on deck, man. OGW says, what's good, big bro? I'm on deck for the hot grease. Yeah, salute to your XO in the building. Appreciate you pulling up, man. My man, those others say that Bud is chinny with lower level fighters, but chinny is chinny. Man, I guess you don't supposed to get hurt. There's plenty of fighters who was touching Errol on the chin, and they don't dare say he chinny. If you say, oh man, so-and-so, man, he chinny too. When? Man, ain't nobody touched him, man. He built up breaking them boys up. Man, look at his body work, man, the pressure that he got. Look, if I ain't hearing the jab, I'm hearing the pressure. I swear to God, if I ain't hearing the jab, I'm hearing them talk about some pressure. Bondu was 40 years old when Spence fought him. Damn, dog. I only went back 7. Okay. Shout out to 3-1 for dropping that. I only went back 7 because Bud was doing other. He was busy collecting straps in other divisions. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, he was busy. Like Charlo say, I'm busy. No, you're not busy. Bud was busy. You just dizzy. That's all, Charlo. You dizzy. To my tell that light guy, I'm busy. I'm busy. Yeah, you are busy now. You don't talk yourself into a motherfucking ass whooping. You better be ready for that Saul. Canelo Alvarez. You better hope that you make it the distance, shawty. You better go have the best performance. And I'm pulling for you, Charlo. I'm pulling for you, dog. Even though you got a man, I'm not even gonna bring you into the conversation. Been listening while working, keep cooking, no doubt. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you dropping that pick. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Gumby, man. Say Errol Spence getting stopped. Hey man, I got it in 6. I got Terence Crawford, you know, getting the referee involved in 6 rounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm really, I'm not wishing, but it would be great to see Bud come out there and start fast and be smart. We already know who had the better ring IQ. One thing we can know for sure, people, is that Errol is not going to go out there and try to fight Bud's fight because he don't know what the fuck that is. He don't know how. Look, he don't know what it is. I'm a fight Bud fight. What is that? Oh, my fault. I was getting him confused with Porter. What is Bud fight? Just press? Oh, so you fight the same way you do all the time. Press, step. Nigga, this ain't hopscotch. You got problems. Bud beat them when they thought they was invincible. A few boxers that think here on Crawford level. Bud beat them when they thought they was invincible. A few boxers that think they're on Crawford level. Hey man, I wanna try to understand when the aerosexuals be talking, what make them think that they shouldn't include the 35 years of age rather. Why aren't they calling Bud old? They call everybody Bud a fault that's much younger. They call them old. They call them over the hill, right? So let's keep it fair. Why aren't y'all saying, that he's old? Y'all rather talk about the resume and diminish everything. You know what I'm saying? Reduce the appraising value of the competition that he's been dispersing. You do all that. But I don't hear y'all calling that man old, and it's going to be a cakewalk for Spence. I want y'all in the last couple of weeks, I want y'all to use that narrative. You know what I'm saying? After looking at this picture, go ahead. You know what I'm saying? That look like an old dude right there that just can't get it right. For real. That dude look, Crawford ain't looking at the floor. Nigga ain't looking at ants. He's not looking at the grading scale of the concrete. Man, come on, bro. He look like he ready to me. Spence competition get a belt and already had prior losses. They consider greater than Crawford's competitors, simple and plain. Absolutely. That's facts right there. That's facts. Boxing fan talk. What's good with you? On deck in the building. Salute to you, bro. Spence could have fought Bud when Bud got that belt from Horn. So I believe that I'm going to collect all the belts on my side. Bullshit was to age Bud. That's what I'm saying. Hey, at the end of the day, he's 35 going on 36 in September. He damn near 36. It's 2 months after this, man. August, September. He's damn near 36 years old. Everything is in the favor of what the narrative that Spence is them pushing his coach. They said his opponents was old. Well, y'all about to go in there and fight a guy who's going on 36 years of age. What's going to be your excuse? What's going to be y'all excuse, man? Y'all need the cameras. Y'all don't really feel that way. You just want to say it in front of the cameras or what? What's going to be y'all excuses? That's all I'm saying. What's going to be y'all excuses? Shout out to Bud Crawford beats Easy Route Spence. What's good with it, Prince? How you feeling, bro? Salute WCS, you cooking. Salute to you. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. What's great at Bud Crawford beats Easy Route? I'm chilling, cousin. The fanboys looking for anything to hold dear to them because the Tiger Crawford is coming to pillage the village. Game on. It's TikTok. And what's the days? It's like 14 days yet? Because this weekend gonna go by pretty quick. Shout out to Green in the building, man. It's a lot of panic on these Spence channels. They still talking about 2022, man. Free Smoke Jr. got a dine in hell, 729. And it's not an open bar for him to drink. So you gonna shut down the bar on him? You know damn well he gonna need something to pour in that eye. He gonna need something to damn soak those teeth in, man. You gonna just shut down the bar so he can't get his goddamn moonshine? Well, you know he probably already got a stash anyway. But we're gonna leave that for another day, man. I agree with you, Green. They continue to talk about 2022 all the time, every day, all day, man. Every day, all day. They continue to talk about 2022, man. You can just tell Crawford is all gas, no brakes. I know, man. Look. Dude is shredded already. He's looking forward to throw a punch. Come on, man. They sitting up there talking about, oh, man, you know, Spence look invincible. Dude, he's in trouble. He's in trouble. His condition ain't nowhere close to this. His condition ain't nowhere close to it. And they talking about VADA. People got mad because I did a VADA post. Dude, we ain't talking about that no more. It's time for him to get in shape. If he's in Vegas right now, I hope he's out there running and getting it all taken care of, man. You know, because Errol Section was just happy to see him take a picture with his shirt off, and his ass was showing. But he ain't in this condition. He ain't in Bud Crawford condition at this stage. This far out from the fight, he ain't in this condition, and ain't no way in hell. No Mercy at the Master Boxing Clinic coming July 29th. Worldwide presence on deck. You know what I'm saying? On deck. Stickin' Boys Fishing and Sports, $5 super chat on deck. Truth Serum. That's what I'm saying. Injected in their veins, man. Injected in their veins, Stickin' Boys. Inject it. Give them a full dosage, man, of that Truth Serum. Because they be lying. They be lying, man. Come on, man. Stop lying so much. But shout out to Stickin' Boys Fishing and Sports for that $5 super chat. Much appreciated. One love to you, brother. He said, everyone is watching you, Omaha, Nebraska, home of Crawford. Man, you know, Omaha, stand up, man. You know what I'm saying? Omaha in the building, stand up for real. You know what I'm saying? Look, Omaha is already conditioned. They're acclimated to Undisputed. Come on, let's be honest. They acclimated to this before. They've seen it go down. They understand the capabilities. They understand the talent, the strengths. You know what I'm saying? They've seen it before. They say, oh, wow. He going for it again? I thought he already had it. That's an old head to be on the street. You know, to be up there talking. Well, I thought Bud already had those type. Yeah, this is another one. This is a different division. Oh, okay. All right. I'm about to check that out. I think Mary Lou playing that down the street. I'm gonna go check it out. Yeah, I'm gonna go to the sports bar. I'm gonna get fucked up watching that. You know what I'm saying? They be like, oh, didn't he do that already? Yeah, he did. He about to go again, man. You know what I'm saying? He about to make that shit pop again, that Errol Sexuals. Two-time. Mikey Garcia was ready for Cinco de Mayo after fighting Spence. Errol would be a gatekeeper after 729 because he went against the program. They talk to him realistically. That green. Intellectually green. Talk to him, dog. So they can truly understand what it's about, man. So they can really understand what it's about. I told him green, Mikey Garcia's hair was still in place. He went 12 rounds with Spence, and he went and got ready and everything. Oh, I don't need you. I'm good. My hair's fine. I thought it would be worse than one. No, it's good. It's still in place. Okay, I'm good. Let's head out to eat. And appreciate everyone for coming. We had an awesome time. You know, went 12 rounds. Just couldn't get it done. Whatever I thought I seen, you know, I didn't see it. But we're still good. We got paid. I mean, $3+ million is not bad. Spence got hurt by guys with low KO percentages. Ugas only has 12 KOs in like 30 fights. Man, you got the damn encyclo up, man. You got the encyclo and you got the knowledge coming out. Man, luckily it's still early in the night, man, on a Friday. Luckily. And look, the aerosexuals, you know how they taking this, Dan. Right now, they just looking at it and they laugh and they chuckling and shit because most of them intoxicated. So they listening to what you saying, they reading this shit, and they up there giggling for no reason. But goddamn it, when they sober up, they're gonna be extremely angry. Did you hear that, nigga? Fuck you, bitch ass niggas. Hey, Dan, they're gonna be mad. Who that Dan motherfucker think he is? That shit he was talking over there. Damn. It don't matter what's good with it. It's trouble. Man, we ready, man. July 29 on deck. You're ready to get down, get with it. Bud getting ready to humiliate Errol. Crawford's fan, kick your feet up and enjoy the show. It's been a long time coming. Hashtag 402 100. That's what I'm talking about. Hashtag 402, man, stand up in the game and let these aerosexuals know they've been playing all this time, making up all these excuses. I'm saying if the man ain't qualified, how does he still even have a title? How does he still even have the title? I can't understand. Like, how you still have the title, though? If it's so easy, why do you still have the title? Why haven't somebody like, you know, any one of them guys, Benavidez, Kavalaskis, Khan, how did he even get it in the first place? Why wasn't Horn able to deny his entry into the welterweight division with a win? Why wasn't Jeff Horn able to do that shit, bro? Because he had experience with Pacquiao. Crawford ain't never been in there with Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? This is the Pacquiao that beat Thurman. But why wasn't Jeff Horn able to stop it? It's so easy, right? They say he ain't fought nobody whatsoever. Why wasn't Jeff Horn able to get it done? Why wasn't Kell Brook and Sean Porter? Because it's so easy. They was past their prime. Shit's not adding up, y'all. Shit's not adding up. If these guys was past their prime and there was more experience, and obviously Sean Porter at welterweight division, he's been in there way better competition. Real talk. His resume speaks for itself. Why wasn't Sean Porter able to get it done? I don't want to hear nothing about his pops. Why wasn't he able to get it done? That's all I want to know. Tone Deaf on deck. He said, "Oh, don't talk about that fight. Mikey gave Spence rehydration clause. That way he didn't get knocked out." That's what they say. I mean, good on him. Be smart about it. I mean, he was moving up 2 weight divisions. Why not? That was smart. That was smart. Both your eyeballs gonna be huge. Crawford gonna pop Errol Spence top. Man, I hope his eye hold up for real. Because I don't want them trying to put some electric tape on that bitch and wrap it all around his head. And he end up looking like a black pirate. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to see that shit, man. I'm not trying to see that shit. Grrr. Get over here. ouch. Hey, his punches really hurt. Get away from me. For those who didn't see it, check out Errol Spence Olympic loss on YouTube. Spence lost all 3 rounds to a southpaw with quick hands and feet, and his nose was leaking. Man, Dan, I swear, man, Dan just been emptying out the freaking index book, man. He came in here with some goddamn leaflets. Dan came in here with some informational leaflets. Hey, he up here passing out information like the Jehovah Witness be passing out and shit. Please educate yourselves. We are here to help you. We all want to go up there someday. Why not get yourself prepared? Rededicate your life. Become born again. Damn, man. Become born again now. Tone deaf, they confused with the 10-pound rehydration clause by the IBF. If that's the case, Kell Brook was super weight drained because he could have been he could only rehydrate 10 pounds versus Spence. The sexual say anything. Well, it only comes up every now and then about the IBF rehydration stipulation. But in this case, we're just looking at the carnage. These fighters are so experienced. They understand what everything that goes along with the titles and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I mean, truth be told, Terence definitely know what it is. So, the contract has been signed. We really don't know. But truth be told, if it's a rehydration clause in there, the only person that's going to be affected by it is going to be Spence, really. Because, Crawford's not going to, they always call him small and everything like that, but he maintains discipline with his diet and shit. So Crawford has it, the advantage on that. He's already super shredded. Much respect at World Combat Sports. Shout out to Tony Boswell in the building. And the chat, stop there and show support and hit the like button. Just got in from work. Salute, my brother. Salute to you, big dog. Salute to you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, your Dan coming here kicking motherfucking leaflets, passing out leaflets like Jehovah Witness. You know what I'm saying? We want you to be reborn. I want you to be born again after this slaughter July 29th. We want you to be born again. So come join us in prayer on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We know, we see it. You're in pain. We see it. We know it. We feel it. Come rededicate yourself to the Most High. It's going to be, look, church is going to be wondering, like what is going on? Why we have a fluctuation in congregation? Like, where do these people come from? Why do they have all them bruises on their face like that? What is this about? This is all new to me. Well, Pastor, these are what you call aerosexuals. And after the loss, I don't know if you heard it on the news, but it was a big fight, and Errol Spence was knocked out. So until the aerosexuals start balling up their fists and punching themselves in the face. Pastor, it's the most craziest thing I ever seen in my life. And I think you should call them up and pray for them as a group. That's the only way we're going to get this taken care of, because one of these guys is going to get hurt. And there's some girls in there too. But just lay your hand upon their head. And also the apostles, they came on and they volunteered this. If you could not, put your hand on all their heads and bless them, they'll come in here and do it. You know what I'm saying? They'll help them out too, man. Just let us know if you're willing and able. The aerosexuals out here abusing themselves after that loss. They punching themselves straight in the eye and swelling up. You know what I'm saying? When is this going to stop? 7-Eleven is all out of ice. 7-Eleven don't have any more ice because they're icing themselves down, man. They're mad. Shout out to guy Eclipse, man. 3:30 on deck. What's good with it, Square? How you feeling? What up, WCS? I see you cooking, OG. You got your hush puppies and tartar sauce ready. Yes, sir, I do, man. Got the hot greases already, always, no doubt, man. You already know what it is, big dog. Spence made the same mistakes in the fight with Ugas, Brook, and Porter as he made in the Olympics loss. But Bud's gonna make him pay like his weight. It's gonna be a lesson, man. It's gonna be an extreme lesson that's going on, real talk. And I just want to, try to continue to educate with the content that's out there. And like I said, I repeated several times earlier, Lamont Peterson 5 years ago, he wasn't stressed out. Neither was Yordenis Ugas to the present. And he went longer distance with Ugas. He went longer distance with Ugas than he did with Lamont Peterson. And Lamont Peterson, he was much younger. He considered the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? He went 7 rounds with Lamont Peterson. But he come back, he's supposed to be this jab killer. And he go 10 rounds with Ugas, man. And he's supposed to be way more experienced now. He's supposed to be this dude that has the better resume. And he goes 10 rounds with a fighter that a lot of people don't get credit for. Credit to. They don't consider him to be this threat. People don't talk about him like that. Only if they trying to big up Spence. Say, oh man, Ugas, man, come on, he was a champion now. That's what they say. Oh, Ugas was a champion now. We taking it back to Shabazz Muslim takeout orders, fish subs and bean pies and grape sodas. Yeah, for real. Man, for sure, dog. Shout out IB who I be. What's good, player? So Scotty been putting overtime 100. Hashtag man down. You already know what it is, IB. You already know what it is. But people, I gotta bounce. It's my 2-hour mark. We shall do it again. Please hit the replay. I appreciate it. And shout out to Fishing Boys, Stickum Boys, Fishing and Sports for $5 super chat. And also salute who pulled up, man. Continue to keep them honest, educated, and let them know we on our shit over here. I'm out.